Hello everyone. Today I would like to present about the most interesting animal that I chose for my presentation project, and it is Canada geese, and their scientific name is called Brenter canadensis, and this is my agenda, and it has five sections. It has an introduction, and I would like to describe about their specific behavior and their cause and benefit. And also at the fourth section, I would like to mention about the differentiation from the three different animal and different taxa and how they react and behave to the nature, and then their environments. And then the last section is a citation. So as an introduction, this is a Canada geese. They have a black head as you can see, and a white cheek, and then chin strap, black neck, and a brown back. So the geese are fed by the dabbling in the water and the gazing in the field in the pretty large lake or the lawn area. And we can often see they're in five moving in a pair of flocks, and they mostly fly as a V type of formation. This is, and mostly they are native from North America, and then they breed mostly in Canada and the northern United States in with a different and variety of the habitats depending on their environment. But mostly most of their nests are usually located in an elevated area, which is near the water or near the lake, and sometimes it's even on the beaver lodge. And for this section, this is their trees of their domain, Camden and Phylum, and all those that I got from research and online. So it is pretty interesting that they have as we can see here, the first this is the old dividing line, as you can see, which is next to the Tordon today. Sorry if my pronunciation may be wrong. And the new dividing line is here. As you can see, this is a green line, but above that you can see the same size, mostly the same size, and then same body structure, and then mostly they are identical to the same behavior. And for this section, it's another differentiation and describing of their related kingdom and phylum and class and all that. And this section, I would like to describe about their adaptive value, their main feature. So as you can see, they have a web feet for swimming, and that their legs are set forward so that way they can walk better on the land rather than the duck and the swan. And then they are fluffy down the feather, which can protect geese from the cold. And they have those type of feather are like, it's also, they have a how can I say, greasy or some type of like oily texture that provide and protect them from the cold, and then also make them like warm as well. And as you can see here, it's a white gland which is near the tail, which is used for waterproofing for the feathers, and from flock to fly south from the winter. And these geese we can find in the city where the food and water nearby. So they mostly hang out around the city area and where water and food are accessible. And behavior habitats. This is one of the interesting things that mostly how they eat and how they behave. So they eat by grazing on the grassland on the field, by dipping and dabbing in the water, and plus they fly as a V formation, which I described a few minutes ago. So because it is a memory of flocking, and that can memorize the way where they coming from, where they fly from, and where they have to go back. So that memorize for them to like return home, depending on the flock of the formation. And they are the strong flyers and a walker and a swimmer. Then they even like can dive to the short distance when they have a threatening or emergency or something like important situation for them. And this slide, as you can see, I prescribe other things like think like a goose. And when the geese has a wing out or the tang out, they are mad at you. So we better don't, messed up with them. And that's one of the most instant behavior that you can automatically catch on that they are mad or not. So on this slide, it's a specific behavior which make me interest me in this animal, Canadian geese, is that their unity and loyalty. So on the on most of the research paper and websites, and when I look at it, what I learned is that they only have one mate in a lifetime, and they are so adaptive to the family, and then their species, and they always like hang out around together. And as you can see this slide here, Canadian geese mate for life. In other words, once they have chosen each other as a partner, they are loyal until death does them apart. So that's one of the specific behavior which make me interest. And this slide, as we can see, family important. It's a loyalty here, and this is that's why we can always see the group of duck and our family hanging out in the lake, like mostly as we can see mostly as a group. So they are very family oriented, and they mostly group stay together until it's mating season. That's a pretty amazing fact. And then this section is about cause and benefit or unity, or what benefit for unity and loyalty. So geese, they return to the area where they were born to mate and nest, even traveling 20 to 2,000 to 3,000 miles, coming back from wherever they arrive from. They always go back to their own origin to migrate. That's another like important, and loyalty, like show their loyalty. And also, as we can see here, after the next 20 to 30 days, she sit on her nest to protect and incubate her eggs. And why she incubate her eggs, the male geese normally protect the female geese and then the eggs, and then he just stay around there to protect the babies. So here's the link. I put it up there so we can watch it, how how their unity and loyalty to each other, and how they attack to another species when they get threatened, or in this situation. And this slide, this is a differentiation, a different taxon. So this is my pig animal, which is the Canadian geese, which literally describe all the family unity. And then I found a similar behavior animal, which is the elephant. They does the same thing. And then another one is a wolf, and they are also unity to the family. So now back to, since I'm going to different taxon, this is the Canadian geese. Like I mentioned, they will always remain in their mate for life, even if they do not produce the offspring. They always stick with their only one and only partner, like in a lifetime. This is because they form a strong bonds with their mates and are often very loyal to them. The loyalty are one of the reasons why these birds are often used as a symbol of love and then monogamy. So that's why, as we can see that, like geese, two geese picture or whatever, the statue and all that, that's they use as a symbol for love. And this is the either Canadian geese, and I went to one of the lake in Prescott. I forgot the name of that, and I literally observed I submitted in my observation as well, and the lake was frozen. And this is the either that I obtained while I went there and watched them pretty much. So mostly they stand, walk, sitting, feeding while standing, feeding while walking, feeding while sitting. And they drink water, and then also they're running, flapping wings, and then stretching, shaking, looking, and then they sleep while sitting down. Mostly they sleep like while floating around the lake. And then plus the interaction. As you can see all these pictures, mostly we can see as a group. And I'm not sure about this first picture. They are fighting with each other. So I don't know what's going on there, but I took this picture as a reference. And second animal I would like to second taxon I would like to mention is the elephant. The elephant symbolism, the meaning is filled with mystical lore and power. These intelligent beings inspire for imagination. They are also known for their loyalty for member, and especially to their immediate family members. They have even show loyalty and concern for the other species, such as helping injured animal and providing comfort to grieving animal. That's why we can see on the YouTube that their family member or whoever die, elephant can cry, right? And elephant also use vocalization such as trips or rumble to show their affection and solidarity with their herd members, And also when they face with a danger, the elephant that the female will band together to protect and defend each other, while male elephant will fight to scare off the intruder. So that's one of the amazing unity, and then plus loyalty to their own species to protect. And this is an ideogram. I got this from online pretty much because I can find an elephant outside. I mean, unless I go to zoo. So I literally got this from internet. Their behavior: bathing, digging, drinking, nesting, exploring, foraging, rolling, scratching, socializing, and says standing, walking, and others. And the third taxon I chose was the wolf. Wolves are loyal to their pack and they are ultimate team player. And many sport team, family, and business could learn a thing or two from teamwork that wolf demonstrate. And the wolf symbolized meaning include loyalty, family, and friendship, teamwork, protection, wildness, freedom, instinct, and playful, and other noble trait. Historically, wolf live in the throughout the wall. And this is the ideogram of the wolf that I pick up. And this is the stand. I saw the dominant behavior is a stand tall, stand over, and they rise up, head down, and then also their active submission, as you can see here. They it's a tall tuck between the hinge legs, sometimes wagging, and then their position. And this is a citation part. So based on my study of the Canadian geese presentation, all the data that I learned, the most interesting thing is depending based on all the habit that they have, unity and loyalty. It's the most amazing things that I can learn from these species. They are always protect, and then they stick with the one partner in a lifetime, and they always stay as a group, and they mostly they have a one main how can I say, the leader geese who lead the team, and they also that geese protect and they lead the way to avoid from the danger, or if they have to attack to the other species, they are the one who make different noises. And I learned that they make 30 to 45 different noises just to communicate. So this is the amazing fact that I learned from the Canadian geese. And as the last part here, as I can see from the elephant and the wolf as well, they are so loyal. So even though they are not from the similar category, they have a baseline or pretty much identical adaptive behavior to protect the family and then being loyalty. So yeah, this is all about my presentation, and thanks I really appreciate for reviewing and listening what I learned and got from my internet, and thank you. Yeah.